Ja Morant was suspended again. Is he out of Memphis, or is he out of the league? The 2025-2026 season has gotten off to a promising start for a ton of NBA teams, just not the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's not just their record, it's that the head coach and front office are in a public standoff with the star player. Barely 2 weeks into the season, and bang! Point guard Ja Morant was hit with another suspension, this time coming down from head coach Tomas Islo. Morant is a two-time All-Star and easily the team's best paid player, but he's also been the center of multiple controversies in recent years. This time, the fuse was short and the punishment was shorter. The most recent turmoil boiled over following a team loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. ESPN reported that Islo questioned Morant's on-court leadership after the game, and Morant responded by making sure he acted out off the court. During the post-game interview, Morant spoke to the press in a tone the franchise deemed inappropriate. He told reporters he was not enjoying the game of basketball, something definitely concerning for a professional basketball player, let alone the star you've handed $197.2 million to. However, Ja wasn't done with his verbal attack, launching a grenade of honesty about his role under the current regime. When asked what the Grizzlies' winning tactic was, Morant snapped. According to the coaching staff, probably don't play me honestly. That's what basically the message was after. It's cool. It's never easy for any coach or paternal figure to step in and have a cushy relationship with their younger players. It's not like the stepdads in the movies, or those movies, hopefully. Instead, Coach Islo said whatever he could to keep the vibes high and his job intact after less than a month. Islo said the two talked it out, that the focus was on moving forward and beating the Toronto Raptors. We had a discussion, we're looking to move forward. It's an internal matter. We won't be discussing details. Islo hit all the classics of a coach spiraling out of control, and they lost 117-104. So Ja was right. If the team's thesis was benching him makes us better, the scoreboard filed a damning rebuttal. After that embarrassing loss, the machinery went back to it's fine, which for Memphis means more embarrassing losses in even tighter, heartbreaking fashion. Need proof? Morant returned to the court, and both he and the Grizzlies presented a united front about moving on. He scored 18 points and recorded a double-double. And they still got smoked, 114-106 by the Detroit Pistons. Crazy, because the box score reads that Ja definitely played, and a result that proves the problem didn't magically disappear. The coach reiterated the company line, discussions had, moving forward, internal matter, while the effort level and body language didn't exactly scream honeymoon. According to the Associated Press, Morant was in the locker room pre-game the following Monday, but didn't do media. He got dressed and left to warm up without saying a word. After the game, he finally met reporters and went monosyllable. When asked if everything is good with Islo now, yeah, they told y'all that, right? Obviously, they can't go and tell y'all something I ain't say. There have been sky-high expectations for Morant since he was drafted second overall behind Zion Williamson, and Morant's comments validate his fans' glaze. After all, it is a Hall of Fame way to confirm nothing and light everything on fire. This flare-up doesn't live alone. It stacks on top of the history. Morant's reel includes the 25-game suspension over gun incidents 2 seasons ago and the $75,000 fine for a finger gun celebration last year. Now, he's 1 game from conduct detrimental. Not the same explosive scandal, but still very public. And unlike the gun charges, Morant actually has a target here, a victim of his actions. Coach Islo isn't just representative of a powerful figure, but a new regime. One with no ties or promises to rosters of years past. No sunk cost sentimentality. The contract clock is humming under all of this. Morant is currently in year 3 of a 5-year, $197.2 million deal which he signed back in July of 2022. And he's eligible next summer for a 3-year, $178 million extension, which means these internal moments are happening with a negotiation attached. And this front office coaching staff have already telegraphed their appetite for hard pivots. They dealt Desmond Bane for a haul. KCP, Cole Anthony, the number 16 pick, a 2026 first-round pick swap, 28 and 30 unprotected first-round pick swaps, and a 2029 first-round pick swap. And if that trade proved anything, it's that you can take the man out of Memphis, but you can't take Memphis out of the man. Given the deteriorating relationship, Memphis moving on from Ja and committing to the hard rebuild feels like the likeliest option. And the Ja conversation is not just speculation for TV chatter. It's become on-court trash talk. After the Grizzlies game against the Houston Rockets, Kevin Durant was caught courtside in a moment that didn't require a lip reader to feel the subtext. Any trade for Ja Morant would inherently include a new eccentric spokesperson, and a less attractive cheerleader in Ja's dad, T. Morant. After putting B to A, KD let T know he'll see them repping another team very soon. The only problem with shipping out Ja is someone has to take him. And shockingly, nobody wants him. He's less desirable than Sydney Sweeney's Oscar bait. Around the league, staffers are blunt about Memphis's bind. One Western Conference assistant told ESPN's Tim Bontemps that Morant is incredibly popular with the fan base. The Grizzlies don't attract big-name free agents, and crucially, he allegedly wants to be in Memphis. That cocktail makes for a really difficult situation. You don't want to alienate the face of your franchise in a market that needs him. Just ask Nico Harrison. But you also can't be held hostage by post-game shade and public friction. Just ask Nico Harrison. Meanwhile, the curiosity is real and named. Sam Amick of The Athletic reported that the Minnesota Timberwolves and Sacramento Kings are monitoring the situation. Front office code for we made a Slack channel and checked Excel. The Kings have emerged as Memphis's most likely trade partner, which is sure to remedy all of Morant's woes. Nothing fixes problems like going from the 22nd best team in the league to the 25th. In this hypothetical scenario, the Grizzlies received DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, and some sort of pick swap, but it's hard to imagine a struggling Sacramento squad is the only club interested. On paper, the market case writes itself. Ja Morant's 26, a two-time All-Star, and he's averaged 20-plus points and 6-plus assists in each of the previous 5 seasons. In practice, buyers have to solve 2 hard variables: availability and development. Morant has missed a lot of time. He's never played more than 67 games in a season, and this year, the perimeter isn't cooperating. He's shooting about 14% from 3 on 5.4 attempts per game. So where does this actually go? First, the thing Ja said out loud. No, that the joy isn't there right now. For all the jokes, that matters. Burnout plus backlash, plus being the face of a franchise, and no pun intended, really the only bullet in the chamber, is a bad mix. And in a small market, every syllable of discourse echoes louder. Second, the thing the team did very publicly. They suspended him for words about usage, then lost without him, then claimed it was resolved, then lost even worse again with him. When punishment is public and peace is private, fans will measure the peace by the scoreboard and the tape. Right now, both just read 911. Third, leverage is time-boxed. The season's trade deadline and next summer's extension window focuses everyone's mind. Plus, paying Ja runs the risk of injuring him. He's already dealing with a strained quad. Anything worse could scare off potential trade partners. Keeping Morant while reshaping around him is a plan. However, trading him for a war chest is also a plan. Pretending it's one-game blip is a delusional alibi. If you're Memphis, there are 3 practical avenues to pursue. 1, recommit and recalibrate. Park the PR, align on usage, lean into what Ja does best, and let winning anesthetize the noise. You can cheat spacing with nuclear rim pressure in a top 10 defense. You can't cheat trust. 2, cash out. If Bane brought back a motherlode, Morant is the bazooka. You do not trade the face of your franchise lightly, especially one who wants to be there. But if you believe the ceiling is capped, you move before the market dries up. Or 3, purgatory. Suspend and reset cycles, hoping winning turns the temperature down. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it just makes the boiling quieter. Officially, everything's fine. Unofficially, Ja told you exactly how he feels in one word, and the standings told you how much that matters.